Hey there, quirky people! I am your host, Anna, and with Gal Gadot having no surety of returning as Wonder Woman, we'll be looking at a few potential candidates who could be the next princess of Themyscira. Wonder Woman 1984 failed big time, and the treatment that Patty Jenkins turned in for Wonder Woman 3 wasn't favored by the Warner Bros. Executives. So, with Henry Cavill and Dwayne Johnson being out of the picture, the writing is on the wall for a clean slate. James Gunn is rebooting the whole DC universe. He might bring a few of these players back in a future multiverse event. But for now, he is starting from scratch, and that means we'd be getting a new Wonder Woman. Before looking at all the new names that could be Wonder Woman, I'd love it if you guys would hit those like and subscribe buttons to support our channel. With that out of the way, let's look at Wonder Woman number 1, Jennifer Holland. Over the years, we've known that James Gunn loves to work with a similar set of actors on different projects. Multiple actors moved from Guardians to the Suicide Squad. Chikwudi Iwuji starred in Peacemaker and then got cast as the High Evolutionary in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, you can bet that James Gunn's wife will definitely get recast from Peacemaker into the new DCU. She doesn't have any major roles besides Emilia Harcourt, but all that can change very quickly, as Gunn could turn her into a real A-lister by casting her as Wonder Woman. That's not just because she is his wife, but it's also because she is totally capable to play the character. However, you might think that this in-house casting would bring a lot of backlash towards Gunn and DC Studios. So, Holland might get a different role such as Mara or Black Canary, and Gunn would look at some other names for a high-profile role like Wonder Woman. In that case, I'd like to suggest candidate number 2, Catherine Winick. This Canadian actor rose to fame playing Lagertha on Vikings. She has been itching to get a major role after that, but it hasn't happened yet. We saw her in 2021's The Marksman, where she did pretty well. She ran a huge campaign to be MCU's Captain Marvel, but nothing came of it. Playing Lagertha, she showed that she could really pull off a different accent.
She took her to get away from me. I wanted it back.
So maybe things would finally work out for her if she becomes the new Wonder Woman. But if you guys don't like this choice, then my number 3 pick is Alexandra Daddario. There is no argument in the fact that she is probably the most beautiful actress on this list. And over time, she has been fan cast as Diana by many. So I'd love it if this fan casting comes true. Even though she is 36 now, she is still pretty fit to carry the role for the next decade. But her age may not work in her favor, as James Gunn would be looking to cast a younger name. In that case, I'd like to suggest candidate number 4, Eiza Gonzalez. Her first role of recognition came in Hobbs & Shaw. Then she starred as the female lead in Vin Diesel's Bloodshot and Michael Bay's Ambulance. She is also set to star alongside Henry Cavill in Guy Ritchie's World War II action spy movie. So, this tells us that she is Hollywood's next and upcoming A-lister. But her career would take a massive jump if she gets picked up as the new Wonder Woman. The Mexican actress totally has what it takes to play Diana. And it would be a very diverse casting choice that's similar to Sasha Calle's Supergirl. But if you're not fond of this choice, then I'd like to present candidate number 5, Karen Gillan. She made her name playing Nebula in the MCU. Then she impressed many fans with her performance in the 2 Jumanji movies. But then came Gunpowder Milkshake, where she went total John Wick and kicked a lot of butts. So now that James Gunn is wrapping up the Guardians franchise, Nebula's future is uncertain. And if Guardians Volume 3 is her final outing as Nebula, then Gunn could totally bring her in as Wonder Woman. I've already mentioned that he loves to recast the actors he has previously worked with, and Karen Gillan will prove to be another example of that. Her height could work pretty well if Gunn ends up bringing in a really tall actor for Batman and Superman as well. But if not her, I'd like to present another similar case at number 6, Elizabeth Debicki. She played Aisha in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Then we also saw her as the lead in Christopher Nolan's Tenet. One of her underrated performances came in 2016's The Night Manager. But many fans would recognize her as Princess Diana from The Crown. So what if she ends up playing Princess Diana in the DCU as well? It would be very unique because she is 6 feet 3 inches tall. But again, her casting would be in line with Gunn's old pattern of picking actors he is familiar with. If you're not able to see her as Wonder Woman, then I'd like to present number 7, Shailene Woodley. Being just 31 years old, age is certainly in her favor to be the new Princess Diana. She hasn't starred in any big-name projects ever since the Divergent franchise and The Fault in Our Stars. She was going to be the new Mary Jane in The Amazing Spider-Man 3, but that didn't end up happening. So maybe her resurgence could happen if she gets picked up as Wonder Woman. But if you don't like her in this particular role, then my number 8 candidate is Megan Fox. The Transformers actress hasn't been in any major movies besides the 2 Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles outings. But she is set to play a substantial role in The Expendables 4. And we all know that she has got a huge fan base. Just like Daddario, she has also been fan cast as Wonder Woman by many. But once again, her age might not work in her favor, because she is 36 years old as well. Although, if age is a mere number and it doesn't really matter for Gunn, then I'd like to suggest another candidate at number 9, that is Olga Kurylenko. She is a beloved actress who has worked in plenty of action movies throughout her career. We saw her in Hitman, Quantum of Solace, Oblivion, and many other films. Recently, she turned out to be MCU's Taskmaster as well. We'll see her continue with that gig in Thunderbolts. But that may not be a permanent role, so we could end up seeing James Gunn making a very unique choice if he picks her up as Wonder Woman. But if not her, then my final candidate for Wonder Woman at number 10 would be Laura Haddock. This is yet another name who has worked with James Gunn on the Guardians movies. She played Peter Quill's mother in both Guardians movies. And we also saw her as a female lead in Transformers: The Last Knight. But she impressed a lot of fans in Netflix's latest series, The Recruit. She showed how capable she is for an action movie role. So I think she certainly has what it takes to be Wonder Woman, even at 37 years of age. Okay, now, I'd like to end my list of Wonder Woman candidates. I would have loved it if Gal Gadot got to continue with the gig. But if that isn't meant to be, then tell us which of these actresses would you prefer to see as Wonder Woman in the comments. Once again, I'd leave you with a reminder to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you agree with our choices. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.